Hello everybody, I'm Lena Green with MachineKnitToday.com, and I have a short video lesson for those of you today who would like to learn how to install a ribber on your Japanese-made knitting machine like this Brother bulky 260 unit right here, which is installed on a metal stand already with the use of S clamps on the right side and a left side as well. So this S clamps are specially designed to lift up the main bed in a certain angle, properly preparing it for a ribber installation. The S clamps come together with your ribber, so please check in the ribber setup in the box. Find those S clamps and replace normal flat clamps with these two S clamps. You can screw them onto the metal stand like I have it in here, or on a sturdy table as well if you don't have metal stands. The next step, after your S clamps are in place, you need to look for a setting plates for a ribber. Setting plates are two plates which are marked, one with the letter L for the left side of the ribber and another one with the letter R for the right side of the ribber. Okay, those clamps have bolts on top of them. You need to unscrew the bolts of the clamps and install the clamps accordingly to the side of the machine very carefully. So you need to slide a clamp under the side on the main bed in a proper position all the way against the side of the machine that the setting plate, the back of the setting plate, it has a metal lip on it, touches the main bed all the way in, and then you need to screw in the bolt which came with your set-in plate and tighten it with a spanner on both sides of the machine. Next step, you will be installing a ribber itself, and I have a ribber prepared. I'm in here waiting to be installed. So a ribber looks like this. It also looks like a knitting machine, made by the knitting machine itself, and it has two brackets, one on the right side and one on the left side. So you need to align the ribber with those setting plates which you installed earlier, and carefully slide the brackets on the ribber right under the set-in plates on both sides of the main knitter, and push on those brackets a little bit. Make sure that they go into the main bed all the way. Okay, so the ribber is installed right now. As you could see, it was not that hard to do. You just need to align all the brackets with the setting plates and carefully slide the ribber in. The next step is the ribber carriage installation. Ribber carriage looks like this, and the top of it has a spring on the carriage. So you just need to take the carriage with your right hand and make sure you know there's a rail under here, under the carriage, and the carriage rail with a little gap right here has to slide over this rail on the ribber. So you just take your carriage all the way to the right side of the ribber and slide the rail on the carriage all the way onto the rail on the ribber. And while you do that, make sure the top of the carriage is a little bit tilted toward you. Okay, just slowly slide the carriage onto the ribber, and when you reach about middle of the knitting machine, just let the carriage go like this. Okay, here we are. Now, the sinker plate installation. Normally, on a single bed machine, you would have a sinker plate already installed. I took mine off because you need to replace that standard sinker plate with another one, which came with your ribber. And this sinker plate looks like this. It has these two openings right here on top of the sinker plate, which you need to slide under the bolts on the main carriage right here. That's what we'll do now. So just align openings on the sinker plate with the bolts on your knitting carriage on the main bed, and screw in bolts all the way down to the sinker plate. Now sinker plate is installed, and one last step in here, you need to hook in both carriages, main carriage right here and the river carriage together, that they will be moving in unison, and that's the only way you can meet with the use of river. So you just slide your river carriage all the way toward the sinker plate, and at some point you will see how they will put together, just like this. Okay, now both carriages are aligned, and if you try to move them across the beds, you'll see how easily they move, like this. Okay? Please don't forget to use a drop or two of an oil, machine knitting oil, or you can use gun oil, clean gun oil, on the rails of the river bed, on both rails, and both rails on the main bed. It makes sliding of the carriages much, much easier for you. Okay? Now, underneath of the river bed in here, we have additional supporting plates, which are folded under the river. You just need to find those plates, pull them down, they're on springs, and rest those plates against the edge of your table or their metal stand, as I have it in here. Then you use your regular flat clamps, these clamps which originally were used on the main bed. You just screw those supporting legs in the river down with the straight clamps on both sides of the machine to increase stability of your river. So just do it on both sides of the knitting machine. Screw those clamps all the way. You'll see how much more stable your river is now, on the left side and on the right side of the knitter. The very last step is the handle installation, and the handle is the easiest thing to install on the river. Handle looks like this, okay? And you need to find an opening for this handle on the left side of the river, right under the letters, which shows P and H switch or shift on the river. You just push in the handle there until you hear the click like this, and then when you turn the handle to the left or right, you will see that your river will be moving like this. So now you can change a pitch of the river accordingly to the scale on the side of your river right here. And this needed to be done for racking patterns, for example, which are more than likely shown in your manual or the different books connected to Japanese knitting machines. So here, this one is last step on the river installation. So this conducts our short video. Thank you very much for being with us, and we'll see you next time.